Hello, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today I'm here at Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport, and I'm about to check into my United flight to Washington, D.C. in the United States. And it is a little bit busy here at the check-in hall. The United economy line is actually not that long, but since I'm traveling in United Polaris, I can go to that specific line for Polaris and Premier 1K members. So I'm going to check in my bags and make my way over to the gate. The sign said it would take about 37 minutes to get to the gate. I don't know if that includes the security time or if you have to walk far or something, but we'll see how the experience is. And I really hope that it's not like my experience when I flew to London a few weeks ago. That was really horrible, and hopefully the same thing does not happen on this flight. So here's the check-in area. This is for the United bag drop, and you can go to the kiosk over there, but it says economy and bag drop, and then you have Premier Access and Premier 1K United Polaris. The other lines over there for Turkish Airlines and Air Algeria are both extremely busy, so those seem to be the busiest lines in the terminal at the moment. So here's the Star Alliance Lounge at Paris Charles de Gaulle International Airport. It was quite crowded while I was there. There were a variety of food and drinks. No gluten-free food for me to partake in, so, and not really any drinks that I really fancied at the moment, so I proceeded through security and over to the gate. So here's the view from inside the terminal. That's a nice Aer Lingus retro livery plane right there. But this, I thought, was a very beautiful terminal. It was not too crowded, lots of seating, and honestly, far better than the lounge, I would say, when it comes to the seating options and the comfort. Absolutely beautiful terminal, especially compared to U.S. airports that I've been used to most of my life. Boarding in door 1, even though door 2 is, I think, closer to my seat. Pretty sure. So this is my seat for today's flight 9L, not the seat that I originally selected. United actually switched my seat because of a complaining Karen. I'll talk about that in a different video. But if we take a look at the in-flight entertainment screen here, it tells you what to expect on the flight, which I thought was very useful to plan out, when you want to eat, when you want to sleep or relax, and very nice touch screen. It did not really feature, have any problems during my flight, which was nice. And it tells you all about your flight. Overall, very interactive. Lots of different movies and TV shows to choose from. You also have a coat hook over to the left side, which I could have used. I did have my jacket. You have the tray table, which is sort of stuck. It was very difficult to take it out each time I removed it. And opening the tray table up, you actually have a device holder right there. In addition, you can tell that the tray table was recently wiped down, which I thought was very nice. So I guess they are trying to keep it pretty clean. My seat was actually very clean, which I was very impressed with. On the right side, you have your controls to recline the seat, put into bed mode, turn on the lights, things like that. You have an adjustable armrest on the side, which is a little bit stiff, but you get used to it. It can go down and up with that locking feature there. And the seat is quite wide, so I could actually have my jacket, right next to me. You have a little storage area there. You are provided with a bottle of water. As you can see in my pre-flight beverage was a glass of water. No juices were on offer, but I'm sure I could have asked for one. We also have a headset there and an amenity kit. Both of those we will take a look at later in the flight. Beneath the storage panel is the remote control to use with the IFE. We also have a reading light, which stayed on the entire flight. The button didn't actually do anything. So I was playing around with that a little to see if it would turn off, but it was fine since it closes up. You also have your overhead air vents, which were nice to keep the seat at whatever temperature you wanted. Also the overhead lights. You have a lot of space to stretch out your legs, pretty much straightforward when you're in the seat that's closer to the window. So very nice little ottoman there. We were also provided with menu cards on the flight, even though I was getting a special meal, and it described all of the different meal options for the flight. So here I am in the Polaris business class seat, and the boarding process was pretty smooth. I got moved up 2 rows actually to 9L, which is closer to the bathroom, but it also has a better view of the engines. so it's kind of a trade-off. I get the bathroom right next to me, but then I also have a better view, so I'm fine with it. But this is the seat. It's very comfortable, I can already tell. A lot of space here, especially being that I'm the closer to the window seat, and that's really what I wanted. If you get one of the this is an odd number row, so I guess in this part of the cabin you want an odd number seat, and you will get closer to the window, which is definitely better, I think. And there is lots of space. There is a little small amount of storage space right next to the window that I can stuff all this blankets in and stuff like that, so that is great. Also, there was a pre-departure service. I got a glass of water, and also a water bottle was provided. So far I think that it's going well, and it's a very comfortable seat, and I'm very looking forward to this flight. There's lots of other little storage spaces as well, but honestly this is a very comfortable seat, as you can see in the video. So let's see, soon we're going to be taking off in about half an hour, and see how the flight goes, and also how the food is. And just the service in general, of course. Shortly after takeoff, a hot towel was provided to me. It was not scented, but it was definitely a nice service touch. Okay, now it's time to take a look at these headphones that United provided to me, which were in the plastic wrap. And in fact, I quickly noticed that they were the same headphones that I was provided with on my flight to London in Premium Plus. They're just very basic, they're not noise canceling, and they came, wrapped up with the cord, and I was quite underwhelmed considering they're very flimsy plastic and not really necessarily the best business class headphones in general. I look kind of disgusted, honestly, when looking at it, but they were fine, but not the best, that's for sure. Shortly after the hot towel service, I was provided with some warm nuts, in addition to another drink, which I, of course, chose a cranberry juice, which is what I often pick when flying and also when I go on the train. They did give me the can as well, so I could refill it as I needed it. Okay, now it's time for the meal. I paused the video here to talk about it a little bit. And honestly, I was not very impressed with this meal at all. It was almost the same as I was served in Premium Plus. And for business class, when people around me would have been spending thousands of dollars on their tickets, this is quite underwhelming. Now, this was the gluten-free meal, but other passengers did receive similar-looking courses. So the salad on the left side with that shrimp on the top was a black rice, onions, and pineapple salad with shrimp, which was quite disgusting, honestly. Probably the worst salad I've ever had. I've had, salads with black rice before. Actually at a very nice Indonesian restaurant when I was in Paris, and it was much better than that, of course. That salad on the plane was just disgusting. We also have the main course, which was some, just dry rice, extremely dry chicken, which wasn't even completely warm, the whole dish, along with some, looks like from a can, peas and carrots served right over there, along with some zucchini and eggplant with tomato sauce, which wasn't too bad. That was the only thing that actually had flavor with it. And then we also have a cold bread roll that was partially still frozen, along with a little margarine packet, and of course a plastic cup of applesauce in business class. Yes, they could have served me a little fruit bowl or something, which they did serve later in the before landing meal, but a applesauce plastic cup, I mean, come on, United, that's just beyond ridiculous in business class. Now you get a chance to sit back, relax, and watch me enjoy a plastic applesauce cup while in business class. Yep, right there, a little plastic cup, just as you would have gotten when you were a toddler. Some applesauce. Just exactly what you wanted when you flew for thousands of dollars in Polaris business class. The dessert was definitely better than Premium Plus. It was an ice cream sundae, which they made just plain for me with vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, and some cherries. They actually came to me first, since they knew that I probably wouldn't want the toppings, since the toppings might have had gluten in them. And it was definitely a nice little treat. Now it's time to try out that lie flat bed, which everyone wants when they fly in business class. The seat goes all the way flat, and it was pretty comfortable. I did put on the duvet cover, and the pillow was also very nice. I actually took like a 45 to an hour nap, 45 minute to an hour long nap, and I definitely could have slept longer. That is for sure. I was quite impressed with the bed. About halfway through the flight, I got a nice glass of orange juice, along with some dried corn, and chocolate bar. The chocolate bar was not gluten-free, so sadly I could not eat it, but it was nice though. And now let's take a look at the Polaris Business Class Amenity Kit, which comes in a nice Away branded case, which is very durable, that's for sure. Inside the amenity kit, we have a mini United pen, also United socks with little grippies on the bottom, actually. A little tiny tissue packet, along with an eye mask. Very nice and plush. A dental kit with a toothbrush and toothpaste. I did not open that up to take a look at the toothbrush and toothpaste though, so I'll just have to assume that it's in there. A little note about Away luggage, and telling you that you should probably buy it, This video is not sponsored by Away, if you're wondering. And also a little Sunday Riley kit with some face cream and lip balm and stuff like that. And that is what was in the amenity kit. About an hour and a half before we landed, it was time for the pre-landing meal, which I honestly liked a little bit more than the main meal, debatably. It was a very dry chicken on top of some lettuce, cucumber, and carrot salad. Also a tiny bowl of fruit with pineapple, oranges, and grapes. A little gluten-free bread. This time it wasn't as frozen as before, at least. A little margarine, and also some dried apricots. At least a little. That's definitely better than applesauce, I will say. And also an apple juice mixed with orange juice, because they were running out of apple juice, which is what I'd asked for. But honestly, it was also kind of nice. After 2 hours of waiting for passport control, so I finally made it through passport control. Oh my god, that took literally forever. It was ridiculous. I'm definitely signing up for global entry as soon as I get home, because I never want to do that again. That was 2 hours of standing in line. So there we go. That was my flight on United Polaris on their 777. And in general, I thought the hard product was pretty nice. The seat was very comfortable and all. The soft product was quite underwhelming. The food was probably, it was really just trash food, honestly. There's no other way to describe it, from the entree to the salad to the applesauce plastic cup. Not impressive at all, and totally a disgrace for business class food. For Premium Plus, which I flew to London, that would be definitely more so acceptable than in a international business class product, where people around me would have been spending thousands of dollars on those tickets to be served, like that is just a disgrace. So for me, the soft product does, really make up a big portion of how I feel about the flight afterwards. So would I pay full price for United Polaris business class ticket? Probably not. There's many other airlines that I could choose. that have a better soft product. For me, it's not only the hard product. Even on an airline that has like a 222 configuration in business class, I might be inclined to pick their product if their soft product is substantially better than an airline like United, that has the nicer configuration on many of their planes. So anyhow, that was my United experience. Generally, it was still a fine flight and all. I did not pay, the full price for the tickets. I did end up getting an upgrade afterwards for a small amount. So anyhow, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, have a fabulous rest of your day, and you can always subscribe below, and I hope to be making some more videos soon.